Stuck in the past with no way home. Gotta do something fast so I'm not alone. Gonna bring you straight to me. Through time and space till we're face to face. Gonna bring you straight to me. With you here, my friends, good times will never end. Gonna bring you straight to me. Gonna bring you straight to me. Gonna bring you straight to me.
Oh my gosh, I can't stop spinning. Oh man, I'm so dizzy. Wow. Whew. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, well apparently, I traveled back in time to ancient Macedon. Luckily, my room came with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really bored here, you know, being alone in ancient Macedon. But yeah, all the trouble started when I excavated this this helmet belonging to I think Alexander the Great. It says, time travel is only good for a one-time rubbing use only. I can no longer travel back to my time. I can summon people from other time periods to where I am, but only for a few minutes. I don't want to be alone right now. I need some company. So, yeah, I know. Let's try to summon some of my YouTube buddies from my time period. I know. HeirofCarthage. Oh, what's going on? Oh.
What the spinning crap is going on? That was some crazy teleportation through time.
Would you care to introduce yourselves to my viewers?
HeirofCarthage here, helping out PrinceofMacedon. You may know me from the Air Total War channel. You can come check out my videos there if you want. Longtime friend of Prince and fan of the videos, so this ought to be fun.
Let's go summon my next YouTube buddy here. Who else can we call? I want to summon DiplexHeatedHD. Should we go again?
What the?
Why don't you introduce yourself to my viewers here?
Oh, hey guys. Diplex here, or Simon, and I like to make YouTube videos just like Alex. I currently live in Stockholm, Sweden, and I like to make Let's Plays of Total War games, along with a few grand strategy games out there. And I, well, don't mind uploading anything really, as long as it's good.
Let's get one more YouTube buddy. Lionheart times 10. Welcome to Ancient Macedon. Yeah, care to introduce yourself to my viewers here?
Hello and welcome. I am Lionheart and I make Total War videos on YouTube, mainly focusing on single player, but I also do the odd bit of multiplayer here and there as well. A few collaborative campaigns too.
I get all my YouTube buddies here. What should we talk about? Let's see. Well, I know, since we're in Ancient Macedon and since I love, you know, the history of Macedonian kings, let's talk about how these guys, my YouTube buddies, how they would dress if they're Macedonian kings. You know, back in the day, you had to be really distinctive on the battlefield, especially if you're a Macedonian king.
So if I were a Macedonian king, this is the armor I would choose for myself. No copyright issues here, I assure you. So I think that the fusion reactor, the regenerating shields, and the advanced alloys would really give me the edge in battle over other kings, especially considering that they would have never seen such technology. So I'm feeling pretty confident that this would be my choice.
Alright, so, if I was to wear an armor to distinguish myself on the battlefield, what would it look like? Well, everything is pretty much improvised. I didn't really have anything in mind. I just drew what I could come up with at the time. I took inspiration from Roman armors and samurai armors. There's some, like, barbaric influences, or whatever you want to call them, in there as well. There's a little leather, there's a lot of steel plates, and I don't know, I just drew some imaginary sort of emblem that maybe the king would wear. I started with some like big chunky metal plates, but then I realized that looked bad. I thought I'd do some trims here as well, but no, that didn't work out as well. These big parts that you see over there along the arms are just like regular cloth, and that's a cape, and that down there is the like bottom piece. It's just some string there, and then that's just the trim along the sides. I thought it would look quite nice. My armor would be quite colorful, as you'll see in a short time, and I don't know, I don't know if it would scare people on the battlefield. I don't know if that's I think it would just like tell people, hey, here I am, here's the king of the tribe or the faction or whatever. So I decided to color it, and that's kind of like what it's gonna look like. The brown part is leather, so it's kind of a mobile light armor, and that is gold. That's like pure gold to protect my whatever, like waist and throat. That's steel plates there on the side, the ones in like gray. And what I'm coloring brown or sort of light brown now is leather. That's the trim there. I thought I'd give it some color. Kind of gives me this barbaric feel to it when it's got this green, blue, and yellow and red and everything. I don't know really what that is or what that would be, but that could just be pure gold, like in 2 big chest plates. So now I was going to draw my helmet. Kind of like a little Roman hoplite-ish kind of style to it. It's got this very big main part. As you can tell, my head in scale to the helmet is kind of small, where my head is normal size, but the helmet is just gigantic. And I just gave it a comb, and yeah, that's about it.
If I was a real-life commander on the battlefield, I think my armor would be something along the lines of a mix between a Spartan warrior's armor, sort of like a gold chest plate, with the battle greaves or arms and legs, with a nice red cape meets the crisis suit. So where there would normally be skin, or sort of obviously no armor for the Spartan, there'd be the crisis nano suit in the background. And instead of a helmet, I think I'd just have this awesome beard hat.
I think you guys already know how I would dress. I would dress like, like Colin Farrell did in the Oliver Stone Alexander movie. I really enjoyed Colin Farrell's armor that he wore on the Gaugamela battlefield. That was the first battle, and it was a lithothorax chest plate, and had a little Gorgon Medusa in the middle there. And for his helmet, he wore a helmet that was loosely inspired by the helmet depicted on the Alexander sarcophagus. It was kind of like a lion helmet. It didn't have, this part, the crest or the plumes coming out. Not on the sarcophagus, but they added that in the movie, and I really liked the way it looked. It was very awesome. I would probably maybe give it different colors. Like, I would make the cloak that he wears, instead of being white, I'd make it like a very royal purple, because purple was, the royal color of Alexander the Great's, of his line there. So, let's see my purple cloak, and let's make his tunic and all that. Let's make it kind of like an indigo color, to make it more, more colorful. So that's how, I've been holding this helmet for a long time, and I never actually thought to put it on. There, that fits now. What's happened? Hello there. This is no longer Alex. This is the spirit of the Macedonian kings. And now, we're going to do something that I want. I want to relive the old glory days of Macedonian speeches, as seen in Rome Total War 1.
Whoa. Aye.
God, I feel dizzy.
Today is a good day to die.
But better to still live and remember brave deeds done well.
There is no shame in being scared, but fear should never be your master.
Now cheer, you children of Zeus, and sound the advance.
Sorry about that, my friends. I get really choked up and emotional whenever I hear a great pre-battle speech. So, next, we're gonna move on to the V-mail segment. Yeah, some of my some of my viewers in modern times have sent me some V-mail, that is video mail, and I'm going to answer some of these questions that they asked me. So the first V-mail comes from TheRedHeadGamer.
How's it going, everybody? This is TheRedHeadGamer. And, you know, a lot of things have been happening lately, so... God dang it. Alex. I heard you traveled back in time to ancient Macedon, bro. So, if you did that, how are you still able to upload videos? That's a real question I would like to know. Did you make a deal with a demon or something? Anyway, thanks for looking at this, and I hope you answer my question. Thanks.
Well, Red-Headed Gamer, it's funny you should ask if I made a deal with the devil, because in fact, in some cultures, I am known as the Two-Horned One, perhaps indicating that I'm some kind of beast or a demon of some sorts. So I guess you can say I made a deal with myself. And actually I get some pretty good Wi-Fi with my helmet here. Yes, you see these? I get some pretty good Wi-Fi. Yeah, thanks for asking. My next question comes from Jezzy from the UK. Let's go see what she has to ask.
Hi Alex, it's fellow YouTuber GezzieTbh from the UK, and I'd like to ask, what is the weather like in ancient Macedon? Is it really cold?
Well, Jezzy, the weather in ancient Macedon is, it might be quite chilly by your standards, but me, I was born and raised in this northern, more, you know, this tougher climate here, so I'm used to it. In fact, I think you should come visit sometime. This weather is great for hardening your body, you know, making you strong like a Macedonian warrior should be. Ha! And we have one last question here. This one comes from Jackiefishhhhh.
Hey Alex, it's Fish here, and I guess it sucks you're stuck in Macedonian times, but why not make the most of it whilst you're there? My question to you is, what type of video games do ancient Macedonians play, and do you think you'll be able to show any commentary of it? P.S. Come check out my channel.
Well, Jackiefishhhhh, in my time, we didn't have the best video games ever, but we had some pretty good games. We had Hittite Total War, where you could use the Hittites in battle against other you know, factions of their time, and then there's always the classic dinosaur Total War. You know, back in the day, the dinosaurs used to roam the earth, and my favorite factions, probably the T-Rex and Velociraptor factions. In a 2 versus 2, nothing could stop a combined T-Rex and Velociraptor team. Anyways, that concludes this V-mail segment, and that concludes this video. I hope you guys had a good time. In fact, how couldn't you have a good time with me in this video? So I'm going to end this video now.